New and inexperienced truck drivers are more likely to get into accidents according to the Insurance Bureau of Canada.
The Bureau and other safety advocates argue there's an urgent need for better driver training. Lee Noonan explains.
The national rate of transport collisions appears to be climbing, with the number of insurance claims for commercial vehicle accidents increasing faster than the increase in the number of vehicles on the road. That comes from a recent report by the Insurance Bureau of Canada, who say drivers under 25 or with less than 3 years' experience tend to have more frequent and more serious collisions.
You see it in Northern Ontario, and we see it across the country. How many collisions are involving commercial vehicles? And we're supposed to be the professionals on the highway, right? We're supposed to be the ones that can avoid these collisions, anticipate that it could happen.
Travis McDougall, co founder of Truckers for Safer Highways, says the report confirms what they've been saying. According to the report, accidents tend to be more serious in rural areas and during the winter. McDougall says with many new drivers training on southern Ontario roads, driving in the north can be unforgiving.
You see a lot of multi-lane highways, which presents its own challenges, but you don't see the different terrains that we see in Northern Ontario, where you're suddenly climbing or so you're slowing down and then speeding up again. Um, and then you don't see the sudden weather changes.
McDougall says the fact that highways are often the main road through small communities also adds to the challenges for new drivers, as does the lack of areas for stopping.
You leave Hearst, the weather's great, and before you get to Long Lac, you could be an hour into the drive, and before you get it to Long Lac, you're now in a blinding snowstorm. You can't see anything. You want to park. You don't feel comfortable because you're a fairly new driver, but there's nowhere to stop.
The Insurance Bureau is calling for better training with more oversight, graduated licensing for transport drivers, and increased enforcement. McDougall hopes the report will be enough to spur government action.
The common response from government right now is that Ontario has some of the safest highways in North America. And we certainly don't feel that way traveling on these highways. Um, at this point, it's become almost an insult to hear it.
Lee Noonan, TBT News.